This second lecture video is going to cover how to substitute data into formulas. There are two ways that we can substitute data into formulas. We can first solve the formula for the unknown quantity to create a working equation, just like we did in the last lecture video, and then we can substitute the data that we are given to solve for an answer. The other way that we can solve a problem is to substitute the data that is given first, then rearrange to solve for the unknown quantity. For this class, I would prefer if you used method 1, because method 2 can potentially create issues with significant digits, and trying to round in the intermediate steps can sometimes cause problems. So now we are going to look at a couple of examples of how to substitute some given data into some formulas. In our first example, we need to solve the following formula for h, or height, when b, or volume, equals 2,270 cubic centimeters, and capital B, or the area of the base, equals 17.2 square centimeters. The formula we need to rearrange to solve for h is v equals 1/3 b times h. In order to get h by itself, we can think of 1/3 times b as a fraction, or b divided by 3. If we have a fraction multiplied by the variable we are solving for, we can multiply by the reciprocal of the fraction to clear it. The reciprocal of b divided by 3 would be 3 divided by b, so this is what we are going to multiply both sides by. Once we do that, we see on the right-hand side that the 3's cancel off, and so do the b's. Now we are left with 3 times v divided by b equals h. Once we have our formula written in terms of h, then we can substitute. This gives us 3 times 2,270 cubic centimeters divided by 17.2 square centimeters. Once we divide it, we are left with 395.9 centimeters. We are left with units of centimeters because cubic centimeters divided by square centimeters leaves us with just centimeters on top. However, since all of our data only has 3 significant digits, our answer will also only have 3 significant digits. This means that h equals 396 centimeters. Let's take a look at one more example. Solve the following formula for lowercase a when capital A equals the quantity, lowercase a, plus b divided by 2 times h, where capital A equals 235 square feet, b equals 12.5 feet, and h equals 9.75 feet. Since lowercase a is inside parentheses, we first need to clear everything outside of the parentheses. First, we will divide both sides by h. This leaves capital A divided by h equals lowercase a plus b divided by 2. Next, since the a plus b is together in the numerator of a fraction, we can't separate them just yet. Instead, we need to undo the dividing by 2. This means that we will multiply both sides by 2, which leaves us 2 times capital A divided by h is equal to a plus b. Last, we can subtract b from both sides, and we see that 2 times capital A divided by h minus b equals lowercase a. Now that we have the equation, we can substitute in the data we were given. Lowercase a equals 2 times 235 square feet divided by 9.75 feet minus 12.5 feet. Multiplying and dividing, rounding to 3 significant digits, gives us 48.2 feet minus 12.5 feet. Subtracting, we see that lowercase a equals 35.7 feet. This concludes our lecture on substituting data into formulas.